Okay, time for the final story of the day. Um, Everybody is eager to see what James Gunn is going to do. He is, I think, been the most transparent. He has been the most um, just well-rounded. I mean, I would say he's probably been one of the best filmmakers of the last 10 years. Okay. Um, and that being said, um, James Gunn is just a very transparent guy, and he'll tell you like it is. So this comes from the Hollywood Reporter. James Gunn slams quote racist, and when you read or hear what I'm going to say, you'll understand why. Social media user upset by villain casting Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He says, "I chose the best actor. Period." So this goes to say James Gunn is coming to the defense of his own Guardians of the Galaxy villain, High uh, High Evolutionary. On Monday, the new co-head of Disney Studios posted a picture um, of the actor and character on the set of the upcoming Marvel film and captured it. "Can't wait for you to meet this guy." End quote. An Instagram user left a lengthy comment on James Gunn's um, comment on Gunn's photos, stating, "Damn it, another white guy? They made they made into a black guy. Why couldn't they just leave him white? Or I don't know, pick a different minority. How about an Asian? Or gasp, a Latino?" And then in parentheses he says, "How many Latinos and Asians in the MCU? Like a total of 5? Or make them an Indian or something because they don't and won't. That makes them woke." The user continued, Next time a major character, hero or villain, will be a trans or non-binary when it comes to the characters and they're not. Sad, pathetic. They're picking up they're picking based on race, and what's PC is not acting in what's established. So James Gunn took it upon himself, as he should have, to fire back and say, I choose I chose the best actor, period. And the best person for the role. I don't give a shit what ethnicity um, he is. So stop with your racist presumptions on why he was chosen. And by the way, he was playing a guy who's almost purple in the color. Gunn's previously worked with the actor in Peacemaker, the HBO series that spun off from the Suicide Squad, which I loved. I absolutely loved that movie. It was so underrated because of the pandemic. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 marks the final installment of the franchise and Gunn's final project at Marvel as he now heads up DC Studios along with Peter Safran. The film hits theaters May 5th. Um, Good for James Gunn, is all I'm going to say. Good for James Gunn. He needed to take a stand. He needed to shut this guy up because the fact is that, and I'm in total agreement with him. I understand we have a problem in Hollywood with diversity. I get that. I'm fully understand that. I mean, there was a whole report done by San Diego State um, that I read or am reading through, and it tells what ethnicities got speaking roles, and compared to last year and everything else. I get that. Okay, what James Gunn was doing is he was picking the um, the best actor for the role. Okay, and if this had been somebody else, okay, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm not racist. I'm not biased. I am completely in the middle. As a matter of fact, okay, I don't have a dog in this fight. I didn't put any money to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3, anything like that. Okay? The fact becomes when you have individuals, this is what spoils movies for everybody. I'm not talking about they're giving plots away. I'm talking about you have people out there that have to complain, okay? Enjoy the movie for what it is. It's hard enough to make these movies as it is. People don't understand this. But for Christ's sakes, cut the guy a break, okay? I don't understand this. And yes, I'm an average middleman white American. I get that, okay? But that person that left that comment has no right to say that, okay? He has no right. Let me rephrase that. Let me backtrack with that comment. He has every right. That's his opinion. That's his choice. What I mean is that I agree with Gunn here, okay? He chose the best actor for the job. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants to see a good movie. They do. Doesn't matter if it's a horror movie or a romantic comedy or a comic movie. It doesn't matter. They want to see a good movie. They want to see a movie that has a good story. Just because the actor is not of a certain ethnicity does not mean he's not talented. And I get where James Gunn is coming from. And, I, you know, I mean, look, James Gunn is the most transparent studio head I've ever seen in my life. I think he's going to do a great job. Okay. But he's the most transparent I have ever seen in my life. Okay. He not only takes to social media to interact with fans, I'm not talking about this particular thing. Okay. But he makes regular posts on Twitter. Okay. And yes, he does interact with fans. Um, so he's transparent in that. Number two, when you look at it, he really has a very tough hill to climb because he's not going to be able to win. Okay, he's trying to do something fresh for these characters, like Superman, like Wonder Woman, like Batman. Okay, um, I I don't know. I'm just, and this is how he feels probably, throwing his arms up and saying, "What do I have to do?" And he knows this. He's a very bright guy. What do I have to do to please people? Because if I do one thing over here, I'm not going to please people over here. And if I do this over here, I'm not going to do that. And, you know, he picked the best person for the job. That's all you can do. Because mark my words, if he had picked a actor that wasn't up to the caliber, or they picked an actor that wasn't up to the caliber, and that movie comes out May 5th, and we're talking about how good it was and the special effects and how emotional it was, but they say, you know what, that villain was not the greatest in the world. Well, why? Because he wasn't that good. Okay, his acting was not that good. Well, so I would just say this, wrapping it up. I would say that I agree with him. I agree with Gunn. However, be a little more gentle. Say, you know what, I understand you don't pick a lot of roles for this. you know I get it, but I'm willing to take a chance. I'm willing to see. Because mark my words, if this person, and I don't know them from a hole in the wall, if they walk into Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and they have a great time, they're going to come back and say, I had a great time with this movie. And then they look like an idiot. Okay? They look like an absolute moron because guess what? This guy did a great job. What are you complaining about? Okay? So, and look, I'm not going to go off on a tangent here. Okay, what I'll say is this: Gunn did the right thing. He said the right thing. He shut the person up. Um, and you got to know there are always people out there like that. You have to. I call them the fringe. You can tell them the sky is blue and they'll think it's green just because that's who they are. They're true believers. You can't convince them anything. Okay? So, and by the way, that's not who he's appealing to. He's appealing to the other 95% of people that enjoy comic books, that enjoy comic book movies, that have love for Marvel, or DC in this, that's who he's appealing to. Anyways, that was my little thing. So, um, but yeah, Gunn is a fantastic executive. I can't wait to see where he goes. I can't wait to see the Superman project, coming down the pipeline many, many next year, possibly. This is going to be fun, fun, fun stuff.